Let's see, hit me with a little bit more on my glass.
What up, what up, what up? You already know it's your girl Portia Madrid. Got that again. Loft P, life for the party, baby. Kicking it with my boy.
Steelu, what it do, what it do, what it do.
Yes, now, it's a different scenery here. We are broadcasting live from the Polygamous Big Show with the R. Live with StreamYard on YouTube. It's a different platform for us. And Facebook. Shout out to them, Atherton West J Media. Shout out to our sponsors. We have The Gatherers LLC.
Black owned
and operated, baby. Sip good. We have Sticky Finger Press on Nails, Jazzed Hair, Love is Black, Savage Life Radio.
We in the building, Loft P. What's happening? Let's get to the topics portion. What we got going on in the topics?
We got a lot of stuff going on. Number one, it's like the richest men in the world are getting a divorce. They got all this money, and it is donezo for their wives.
Bill Gates,
and
Jeff Bezos. Yeah. Amazon. What you think about that, Q? What you think about these rich men getting divorced from these, getting divorced from these long-term marriages?
Well, I say, I guess it's like the old people say, money can't buy you love.
Sure can't.
So,
money cannot buy you love. Wow. Do you think money has anything to do with the demise?
I think when you got a certain amount of revenue stream, money is obsolete. It's
right.
I think that there's more to it than that. And also, when you do have that much revenue, it become a ownership, not a relationship. So it could be
control.
Control. It could be something a lot deeper because just because you financial stable, it could be anything. It could be financial stable and impotent. So it could be, it's a lot of different things that could
be. Ding, 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 ding. Hit your waddle. Wine bottles. This man said impotent. I haven't even been drinking.
So the question is there any fair compensation like when it comes to like a situation like that? Like when you just married and it's been forever and you rich as hell, like what's fair compensation? Is it any?
I mean, you would think that being there with somebody through thick and thin, having their kids, creating their home, making it love and warm and cooking and cleaning, you think that would amount to something, but ultimately it doesn't. Not when you're a billionaire and a millionaire. They don't give a damn, bitch. Get your stick and your bandana and hit the road, Jack.
Right. Even if you're a millionaire or billionaire, somebody else can still like perform those functions.
Right.
Money
is free. The money really just free that person up to do more of what he or she wanted to.
Right.
That's what money actually buys is freedom. I think time itself is a lot more valuable than money.
Okay.
So when it comes to it, it could have been a sense of the fact that, in order, you got to choose your struggle. If you want to be a millionaire, you can't get all my time.
Yeah.
So if you want my time, you can't get the money, so you have to weigh your option, weigh your struggle. So, they're trying to conquer the world. So I don't tell them what their schedule's like.
How do you feel about JT from the City Girls saying that broke men don't deserve, to have sex?
Well, this is my personal opinion, and I can speak of me. If I ain't got no money, I don't want it.
Right.
I mean, that's what float my boat, finances.
I agree too, but I just feel like the women who be saying that they need to be having like they shit together too.
Right.
Exactly. See, that's completely serious right there. Like, there's no way you can tell me that I don't need this because women nowadays, they ain't looking for a man. They're looking for a man that's already made.
A sponsor.
They're looking for a sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
I try my best not to let a person do the math on me.
Right.
So a person will never know my worth or never know what I bring to the table, but verbally,
right.
Understand my mindset and things, and then we can have a conversation because it's important to me for you to be a friend.
And it's important to build. What's wrong with getting with somebody who maybe doesn't have as much as you do if they're goal oriented and they're driven and they're trying to get to a place? So for you to be like, oh, I can't mess with you because but what if one day he's gonna be richer than you? Do you want him to turn his nose up at you because you don't have as much money as him?
Most women nowadays are opportunists. It's so easy for a woman to make money if she have any type of attraction.
Right.
Yeah.
You ain't never lied.
Yeah, it's not required for her to have any money or anything.
And it ain't even just the woman's fault. It's the man's fault too.
I was just about to say that. Thank you, sir.
Most bad women is getting their body done and all this. They doing it for a financial stable, ugly guy.
Yeah.
See, most men don't even go through all that. They don't have to go through it.
Yeah, you can just be ugly and get money. And, hey, I'm rich today. Fuck it, I'm still ugly.
Yeah.
I ain't got nobody.
I ain't got nothing.
Oh, and I'm so sorry. I don't even think we introduced you. This is Quincy Ellington from A1 Credit Repair. I don't think that ever crossed my lips. I do apologize. So everybody that's on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, this is Mr. Quincy Ellington from ¿Qué pasa?
A1 Credit Builders.
A1 Credit Builders, not repaired, but they will repair. Okay.
What would you advise one of your clients who just got their credit repaired and got a lady that like them that ain't got nothing going on, but she's beautiful and she's pretty and they finna spend all their credit and all their money on her. They finna get her body done.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I have a lot of clients with to each his own. What a person feels success for them is their success. Like, it's no different than a child crying over a toy. That's real life for them. No different than us. We have a car accident and need a car. That's real life for us. So if it's a person that has some type of insecurity about themselves and they have a way or a means to correct it, to each his own. I have a lot of clients that actually they complete goal is for care credit. They want to, and think about it, as we just spoke about it. Women get their body done for what?
To catch a man with a lot of money, but they stupid ass thinking that's gonna keep them.
So that small investment anywhere between under 10K could potentially, because a lot of these Instagram models, they invested in themselves. So that's 10K plus 20K or whatever they invested in themselves, it's getting them six figures just to show themselves on Instagram. So it's still a hustle.
That's crazy. Now, speaking of hustle, I did want to talk to you about the PPP, but we'll leave that for the end of the conversation because that could go 1,000,001 different ways. But we got a game that we play called "What Happened Was." Are you familiar?
I'm not.
Okay, so basically, I'm going to say a person, place, or thing, and you say what had happened was, and then tell me as much as you can about that.
Okay.
So, A1 Credit Builders.
He told us what had happened was.
What had happened was I was scammed on getting my credit repaired years ago, and I decided to try to do it myself. My first trial and error was my family. And I went a little bit more to learn more about finances. And once I learned more about finances, it came together with finances and credit. So it's important for me to know the finance part of it before I even knew the credit part of it.
Right.
So it's a levels to being actually broke.
Right.
It's levels to being broke. It's three entities that's going to explain how far you is on your feet. So you got a way of mean of making money for some type of trade, or if you cut hair, or you just got a 9-to-5 won't do it. It's just being honest. If you're trying to get somewhere really in life, you have to have a little more than a 9-to-5. So you got to have something, a trade or something that you're good in, because we all have a gift.
Right.
The easiest way to find your gift is something that you can do better than others with no effort. So if you can find something you can do better than others, no effort, that's what you invest in. All right. So once you got a constant revenue stream, that's one entity. Then you have Say for instance, you got money put up. That's the entity. And credit is the next best thing. Because if you don't have no money, credit is a way for you to make money. So whichever one you shy of, you need to try to get all three before you can say you're on your feet.
Right. But you can have money and have bad credit, and that don't mean nothing. Some people still is not gonna mess with you.
Well, the thing about that, the difference between money and credit is this. Credit shows how responsible you are. All right, that's one thing. And money doesn't have a paper trail.
Right.
So credit is that back part of, that's what makes it more important. Because you can have all the money in the world, but certain property you can't buy because they need to know your credibility.
Exactly. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Right. Yeah.
So credit is I would say is more important than finance itself because you can do more with it.
Right. You can get the finances with the credit.
Exactly. Exactly. Mm-hmm. So if 750 scores, it has the same spending power as 100K in cash. So a lot of people are trying to get an 850. The only difference between an 850 and a 750 is the history. So you have to have at least 25 years of credit history in order to even get an 850 score. So if you ain't lived that long, 750 and 850 is the same. So it has the same amount of power.
Thank you for that. Did y'all hear that?
Okay, we dropping jewels on here.
Right, I like that. Okay.
And this one we got is money is king, credit is power. What had happened was?
What had happened was I wanted to write a book because after I finish a person's credit, I have a lot of questions behind it, or I might have a lot of questions ahead. So what I wanted to do was give something more than just credit restoration. I'm more interested in my clients knowing credit after I finish than for them to keep being a repeat client. Right. I want 4 or 5 times. So if I can fix your credit and you can read the book and it teach you how to abstain the credit, we good. So that's the purpose. So my book itself is basically just about how credit works. It's not a tutorial about my life. It's a informative, informational book of credit. That's what it's about. So it comes with my program. So it's credit literacy.
Baby Q.
So what that was is my son.
Is what had happened was not what that was.
What had happened was he decided he wanted to be a rapper. So that's where Baby Q comes from. That's my son.
Oh, that's your son.
That's my son.
Oh, Baby Q. Okay.
Yeah, that's his son. Okay, that's cool. That's what's up. What song he working on? What's the single? What's the status with the rap career?
He probably got about 1,000 songs. But what he doing is, I got him on break right now. And it's simply because I just feel that if you're gonna be something to do something, go all in. And in order for you to go all in, you need to have all information about it. So when it comes to lining up, I think that artists they need to have a real stiff and a nice vocab. They need to have a nice vocabulary. So I want him to read a lot more because right now a lot of people rapping and they using curse words as fillers. So if you can articulate, because music itself is just a passion for people and it's a way of expression. So if you articulate your expressions better, it's easy for you to sell music. So that's what I got him working on now, trying to sharpen his craft instead of trying to use unseen words just to make a filler or to make 3 minutes. So
dig it.
How do you feel about what's going on with Dogecoin, or what do you call it? Dogecoin?
Dogecoin.
He calls it Dogecoin.
I call it Dogecoin as well, but it's
okay.
I invested in it. So I got a pretty good investment in it. I came a little late, but I'm in there.
I started investing in Dogecoin last year, so I invested quite a lot. How
much you made?
That was under a penny.
Around exactly. So everything was going good until our good friend Elon Musk went on Saturday Night Live and said that it was a hustle. now it has went down by a third.
So the question is, did he do that shit on purpose? Is he trying to? What is he?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you, sir, because I know he has a stake in Dogecoin. He's trying to do something with the moon, bringing it to the moon, and all types of stuff. So I'm like, why would he do that?
Well, I don't really know if he had. I didn't know that he had a stake with Dogecoin. I know he had it in Bitcoin, and I know what it could be. He could have said that just to bring more people to Bitcoin, or I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't know the answer to that. But I know Tesla itself. You can purchase Tesla, anything, Tesla product, anything.
Yeah, right. I got some Tesla stock.
Right. And I wish I would have got into that years ago.
It's very expensive, and he can try to push people to Bitcoin all he wants, but it's hard to get in Bitcoin right now unless you buy a small percentage, because who can afford $60K a coin?
I think Dogecoin now is actually worth more than American dollar now. So,
Dogecoin?
Mm-hmm. It's worth, I think American dollar now is like 25 cents.
And I think that's what it is about the stock market now, is a lot of us now just figuring it out. Like, a lot of people never were fucking with stock, but now you got ways you can get in little by little.
Right.
You can go big.
Right.
And I don't think that we wasn't fucking with it. It was just like what you said, is kind of, it wasn't as easily accessible, because I remember in high school we used to play with stock market, like it was a class on a computer. We would check our stocks, all that, dealing with a stockbroker. But how many people got a stockbroker?
Right.
Not only that, I mean, that's just a way of keeping us out.
Yeah.
Like, you had to really know somebody to get in the stock. But Robinhood and apps and things like that,
Cash App,
accessible. Everything is right. Yeah, Cash App, because you can purchase right on Cash App.
Acorn,
right there.
yeah.
So I think the world's evolving now, that we all make some money. I think if right now, if you're in a state of if you're in a state of trouble financially, a lot of times that has to do with you right now, because there's so many ways to make some money. It's multiple ways to make money now, and I think when a person is down on their luck like that, it could possibly be their hustle and also who they hang around.
You are a product of your environment. If you hang out with bums, you will become a bum.
So what you think about the PPPs? And I mean, because it's people I know in my life that ain't never had nothing. Now they got PPPs. Like, hey, they got money, and they
ain't never had nothing.
They doing good too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I seen that. I mean, I was trying to buy some jewelry a few months ago. Well, right before Christmas. I say that everything skyrocketed.
Yeah,
like everything. I remember a Rolex. You can get a Rolex $16,000-$17,000. It went up to 30 fast. And speaking with the jeweler, they was saying they had to put a cap on so many people getting money and buying jewelry.
Right. So everybody want a Rolex now.
Everybody want a Rolex. And I know if you didn't been to the malls, I know you have seen how the Gucci lines, Louis Vuitton line, stay out the door.
I ain't never lied.
Everybody rich.
And that's everywhere you go. I have not been to not one mall, like even traveling different states. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, it's better to shop online now.
It's crazy. Did you get a PPP loan? No, let me stop.
No,
I'll just play it.
I never done it. And there's a reason why I hadn't done it, because I feel it may be a backlash later. Because I don't.
It's definitely going to be. It's already people.
Right. I don't think the government giving nobody nothing free. Since cheese, since the government cheese and milk, we ain't getting nothing else.
What about the vaccination? That's free.
It's free for you.
It's free for Steve.
I'm not taking it.
The vaccination.
They can handle it.
You gonna ad lib on that one?
Okay, so we appreciate you stopping by, and so we had told our friends on social media that you was coming, so they wrote in.
Mm-hmm.
They said, I'm sorry, I had to do my reading voice. Dear Loft P and Quincy, my boyfriend has been missing ever since he has received his PPP loan, and he has taken his second bout of the COVID vaccination. Do you think he is hiding the money from me, or he's tweaking from the vaccination?
Well, that's a good question. This will be a product of both.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, we ain't gonna think negative. He's doing fine. He's figuring out what he can spend, how much he can spend on you.
Yeah, he's just trying to be responsible out here, man.
Responsible.
Right.
He's planning your wedding.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. It probably is a combination of the both. Are you married?
I'm not.
Okay. I'm pretty sure you have a girl or a few. Week. If you ever received a large amount of money, would you feel like it's necessary for you to tell them and or share it with them?
That depends on the relationship. I think that if you're not married, you're single. I also think that
you're definitely right.
I also feel that it's even from a relationship, it's a me, it's a you, it's a us.
Right.
And that part is for me.
You are funny.
Hey, what you got in line for your businesses in 2021? What you got? What you working on in 2021? What's next?
I'm actually trying to break into the real estate market. It's so hard to try to buy land. I got a real idea that I want, and I probably need like 10 acres to do it. But it's so hard to find land, especially here in Atlanta. So I didn't went to Alabama to try to find it. So it's just hard. It's just hard to buy land right now, or to just buy property. Period. People are cashing out on things. You put a bid in, they cashing out. So right now it's just not a buying market. It's a selling market. So hopefully by the end of the month, not the end of the month, the end of the year, between October and December, it's more or less of a buying market. So I'm gonna try to break through then. You know, I'm moving silent. I pray about it and I go about it.
Are there any tidbits, tips that you could give our listeners to help boost their credit score or to make a little bit of money during the pandemic?
Yes. If you can't, we can go to Jay-Z. If you can't buy it twice, don't do it. Also, when it comes to credit, keep in mind credit is it's a life resume. All right. So when they pull your credit, they got your whole life right in front of them. So no different than you trying to get a job. You want to have a certain resume to.
There you go.
There you go. We back. We back.
So you got to have a certain resume to be hired at a certain job. So the same way that you go by creating that resume and the thing that you need to put in that resume, the same way you need to do with your credit. You know, because at the end of the day, when all else fails, credit gonna work. And once you get, and keep in mind, once you got over 720, you can get your financing, get your weight up, get yourself out of debt, get low interest rates, and pay your debt back.
Okay, so we have a audience question. We have Coco from Atherton Westgate Media. She said, what do you say to people who are hesitant to invest or put money into Bitcoin or any of those things due to fear of losing money you already don't have to risk? And she's asking because of what you said about people choosing to be broke or not get to the money.
Okay. All right. So when I mean by that, I don't mean to offend anyone when I say that. And it's as simple as that. If it's something you can't afford, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, those who never took a chance never had it.
Exactly.
You'll never win a mega million without playing.
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin, had I have known it had been what it is now, I probably have 50,000 of them.
Exactly.
So it's still a risk. So you want to minimize your risk to the point that it's almost no risk at all.
Right.
So if it comes to Dogecoin, all right, so it's real cheap to buy in. If your budget is not that you can't afford to put $2,000-3,000 in, put $250 to $300 in. At least you in the game,
right?
So you just got to start somewhere. But if it's not in your budget to do things, just stay in your means. You don't have to impress nobody. You impress yourself by moving forward and keeping yourself up. So the finances right now, it's easy to come by, but it's also hard to keep.
Okay.
The more we make, the more we have to spend.
Last topic we got Keisha Lance Bottoms says she's not gonna go up for re-election. What y'all think about what Atlanta got going on now, and what we're gonna be looking at without Mayor Keisha?
I think Keisha been good to Atlanta, but I wouldn't mind sending her tequila or somebody too. That we just did, as long as it ain't no Wendy or something. So
long as it ain't John and Katie.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I think Keisha done what she needed to do, but I think that her leaving is not just on her. I mean, 'cause everything that she went with, the governor shut her down anyway.
And nobody has any experience in the pandemic. A pandemic is brand new to everybody. So you know what I'm saying? So everybody can say what they would have did, what they'll do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is new to everybody.
Yeah.
And that's the main reason why I won't take the vaccine. That's the
I took mine.
I'm not
taking. He took his, baby.
I'm not taking it.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a person that would tell me, I done all my research on it. Nah, you are the research.
Right. Ain't no way possible.
That's true.
Can't do it.
Yeah,
I don't want to do it. But I just hang on.
But it's no track record for it though. Everything is new to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So we can't act like we.
See, the problem for me is the willingness for them to want everybody to do it and give you a free ride and give you a free shot. Just like the flu has been around forever, they don't never give you no free fucking flu shot or give you a ride to go and get it. And it's flu season come around every motherfucking year. So it's just like something ain't.
It's just like right. most of those COVID cases that passed was flu. You know, anything that died of something like that, they put it on COVID. But and to piggyback like you were stating, it's like that trial and error. I don't want to be the error. So I just don't want to try it. And the biggest thing to get me is that they always come up with something else different. Like one of the vaccines, it was you take this shot, you're fine. Then you got to take it every 90 days. I don't want no commitment to no meds. I don't like I just don't want to do that. Then you have the Johnson. I seen one lady, her whole face halfway gone. So I was watching today, a lady took the vaccine and she could stick a nickel on her arm. Her arm had turned magnetized. So it's like, I don't know. But
it's a lot of unknown though. For everything that we think we know and everything we think we don't know, it's a lot of unknown.
Lord. So that's why we just gonna keep it breezy.
Yeah, but it could actually help a lot. My grandparents took it. I just feel the reason why I ain't taking it because I'm health conscious about myself. I don't have any type of underlying health issues. And I work out daily or walk daily, so I try to keep myself up and I take my vitamins. So I don't want to actually have to put something in me that I don't know nothing about, and they can't even explain to me what it is. Yeah. And because it don't stop COVID. What's the purpose?
Right.
So that was my biggest question. What is the vaccine for if it's not going to stop from catching COVID?
Well, that's a good note to end on. Good thing to think about.
Hey, where can we find you on social media?
A1 Credit Builders. That would be Instagram, also the Facebook, and A1CreditBuilders.com will be my website.
So where do we find Quincy Ellington?
You can find him on A1 Credit Builders Facebook or what is it? _IMQ.
_IMQ. And then A1 Credit Builders, A1CreditBuilders.com.
Correct.
Is there any words of wisdom you want to leave?
Pray and stay out the way.
Words to live by. You already know it's your girl Portia Madrid. Got it again. Shout out to our sponsors, the Gatherers LLC, Gatherers Wine. What's the other name they got? Willie V Spirits.
Yeah, that's the name of the company. But yeah, black owned company. You know,
black owned and operated. We got Sticky Finger Press on Nails, PM Media Marketing Firm, Savage Life Radio, and Love is Black, baby.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you for coming on Loft P, man. Life of the party. We would have you taking the toast with us, but you ain't in the studio. But
right,
I take one.
Okay.
Gatherers, y'all send A1 Credit Builders some wine. Let me get in the frame.
Get toasted. You're gonna take a shot with us.
Take a shot with.
Oh no, I'm in boot camp.
Okay, we like to take this shot up. We like to do it on 3. So we go 1, 2, 3, Loft P. 1, 2, 3.
Loft P.
We appreciate you, man. Till next time.
Next time.
Peace.
Next time we're gonna have you in the studio.
I'll be there.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. We did it.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna tag everybody in the live or whatever. Thank you so much for tuning in. Portia Madrid. Got it again.
Where you at, Chris?